We're gonna do one of Rootboy's cooks and make a French dip sub. He just made one. You can go check out how he did it on Rootboy Cooks. Great video. It's been a long time since we had any kind of a sub like that, so we thought we'd make one also. And the eye around is a great cut of beef to get right now, with beef being so expensive. $12.72. But look, you can probably get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steaks out of here. And if you get a steak, I mean, it's going to be $3 to $4 a steak, and it's usually going to be something like a bottom round or some other cut. The tenderloin can arguably be the best cut of meat on any type of meat. And the eye of the round comes right off the end of that tenderloin in the round area. The bottom round is closer to the leg, which is a lot more fatty and gritty. The eye of the tenderloin, and this is a very tender, fairly marbled, good piece of meat. Roast beef. Coming right up. The eye around usually comes with this fat, one side of fat. And for roast beef, we're just going to thin slice this. You can leave this on, or you can take some of this off. I think I'm going to separate it because Teamy doesn't like fat. So I'll probably take about half of that fat off. She can trim it if she likes it less. Okay, so I've removed half the fat. And I added it to my half with some redneck ingenuity. And since we're commandeering this idea from the Rootboy, we might as well use some of his rub. This is the beef and bison rub. And we're just going to put this on the outside. And we will be making a dip for this also. And as you dip, we dip. When you dip, I dip, you dip. When we dip, I dip, you dip. So we're also going to show you a really cool way to cut your potatoes up that fries it up in a whole new way. And you just want to coat the outside really good. It will kind of drip off of there as it's cooking. Alright, now we're going to cover this up, let it sit for about an hour, and then we're going to get to cooking it. We're also going to use some of Drayson's smoked salt from Drayson's Forge. Go check out that channel. We're going to put some of this salt on there and let it sit in the fridge with the salt and the seasoning, and just let that soak right down into that meat. You can actually watch salt dissolve into the meat if you time lapse it. I've done it. This is not only going to make it a little more tender, it's going to give it that little bit of a smoky flavor, because we are doing this in the oven so that I can catch all the drippings so that we can make a dip for our sub. And if I do it out on the grill or something, I don't have any way to catch all that stuff. And for our process, I can stick this in the oven, 280 degrees, just let it cook till it gets an internal temperature of 145 degrees. She said Instapot. She said Instapot. Internal temperature of 145 degrees, and then we'll take it out and we're going to slice it up and make a sub. One thing I completely forgot to do was add a little bit of olive oil that you're supposed to put on before the seasoning. And I completely forgot. So we're going to do it now. And hopefully it's okay. Now he also ties his up. And I don't have any way to do that. Short of getting out some paracord. So hopefully that doesn't interfere with this either. I've always cooked it this way and it's been okay. So If you have the string or can get some like turkey twine, tie this up 3 spots. If not, just go with it. Now we're going to take some of our oregano that we put into this repurposed oregano container, because I like a little bit of oregano, especially on my roast beef, and we're going to add that to the seasoning. Alright, it's time to get this thing cooking. While that's cooking and we got a little bit of time, we'll be doing a review with our taste test on the Moeller Brew Barn from Maria Stein, Ohio. This is a 6.7 APV with 50 IBUs. And this says the Honey Wagon IPA. It's an American IPA and it's no load of manure. The aromas of this Honey Wagon have an eye-opening tropical mango pineapple fruitiness, honey malt sweetness, and juicy hop flavors round out this refreshing American IPA. Cheers! So I like the artwork on here, and we'll open this up and see what this is all about. Alright, so we got all of our drippings scraped off, and we're just going to put it in the pan so we can add our now jus is just basically beef stock, Worcestershire sauce, garlic. We're going to add some onion and some beef broth to this stock, beef stock, and we're going to bring it to a boil, and I'll show you what else we put in ours. And the recipe, some recipes call for sherry, but I don't have a sherry. I got a Tammy, and she don't want to be in this sauce. So we're going to use some We're going to use some of this Monticello's wine vinegar, and this is garlic lovers. This will be a good sweeter vinegar, good for this au jus sauce. Mm. Didn't even get the bread down in there. Look at that. Just soaks it up. You're right. You gotta have the right kind of bread, Sal, or else your bread will just fall apart. Mm. Can't even talk. That is so good. Need to get you some.
Very good.
Now these potatoes are real crispy on the outside and all through there. It fries it up a different way, cutting it that way. It's almost like a crispy French fry and a waffle fry all in one.
Lots of flavor.
And flavor bomb. It gets down into the creases. I got my first sandwich down half of my second one before I realized we haven't got anything to drink. My gosh, look at the head on that. Well, I completely destroyed that pour. But what do you say, Sal? Let's knock the froth off the top, or whatever you say. That is fruity. Better than the last one?
It's better than the last one. Yep.
This one
better.
is.